Hey everyone, welcome to Cooking in the Van with Ann. We're in Nevada today. We went to the Hoover Dam yesterday. Right now I'm in a Walmart parking lot. I believe I'm in Hendersonville, Nevada. We left Boulder City this morning, or I'm not sure. My days are running in together, I'm sorry. But I'm going to make like a hamburg goulash today. It's going to have hamburg and potatoes and some other good things. Let me show you right now. So, alright, so I like the natural beef, grass-fed. I have that. And then I have onion, a green pepper, not a green pepper, red pepper. I have soup, tomato soup, mushrooms, veggie. I have a can of potatoes and some diced tomatoes. Now, normally I would cook my potatoes up in my Instant Pot, but we want to get going on the road, so I don't want to actually take time for that. If I were to do that, it would take 8 minutes, but I would have to build the pressure and then do a slow release. So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to actually use the canned potatoes. So let's get the hamburg started, and I'll show you the rest. And of course some spices. I didn't know if I showed you those. So there's some spices. The traffic's going by, and Lily's keeping me company. Guy's in doing a little bit of shopping. So let's get cooking so we can have some lunch and get back on the road. So I've cut my peppers and my onions. I've put my meat in my skillet. I'm using my electric skillet, and this draws a little bit more on my GoPro, my solar power. So I'm going to put it up, and I'll show you how it draws. So it's on. And I don't like to put it past the 350 mark because that'll draw too much. So let's take a look. It's drawing 987 right there. See that? Okay. And I'm going on full, so I'm okay. So I'm going to cook that up now. Alright, so I've got my peppers in with my hamburg and my onions. Whoops, there goes a spoon. That means I'm going to have a visitor. Lily's keeping an eye on me. Guy just came back from shopping. When I'm out here cooking, I always keep an eye on things, and Lily helps me. I also carry Mace with me as well, just in case I have an unwanted visitor. But I didn't, and I haven't so far. Things have been relatively, actually very safe. So there, so I'm going to let that cook a little bit, and I'm going to start opening up my cans. I actually am going to wait to put anything else with it until my hamburger is cooked, and then I'm going to drain that into a container. But usually the grass-fed is pretty fat-free in its cooking, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of grease to actually drain. But I'm going to put the cover on that right now, and let that do its cooking. And I have my thing set about 350. I'm going to add some canned mushrooms to it. It's browning up nicely. Oh, there we go. I drained my mushrooms into my new container we picked up today, because my other one was looking really road gross from the road. So I'm going to let my mushrooms brown up in there. The skillet takes up more room, and I have to really be careful with my space here. They don't drop anything. So I'll let them go in there. And then I'm going to add my spices. Doing the Canadian style chicken seasoning. Some herbs. And some Cajun seasoning. Mix that all together. And let that continue cooking. I'm going to put the cover on. The hamburger's almost ready to be drained, so I'm going to shut it off and then drain it into my new container. I'll show you that. Let's see. Here's my new container, and I've been dumping the liquids from all the other cans in here. So there we go. That's been drained. Guy actually had to help me because I needed 2 hands to get all the grease out. So the grease is all out. I'm gonna Put this back on. There we go. And I decided I want to do the diced tomatoes. I'm going to leave the juice in there. There we go. And I'm going to do the veg-all right there. I used the veg-all. I did not use the potatoes, the can of potatoes, because this looks like plenty, and it has little potatoes in there too. So, and I don't like to have a lot of leftovers, just because of, I do have some ice today, and that's why I had the meat. So, but anyway, so I'm going to let that cook, and then I'm going to add my tomato soup to it. And I like Amy's Organic tomato soup. Any kind of tomato soup will do. Okay, so added my tomato soup, and I'm going to mix that all up. It's kind of cool here today. It's kind of it's not rainy. Oh my goodness, it's not rainy at all. It rains like maybe 15 days in total in Arizona, and we're in Nevada, and that doesn't rain anymore there either. So there. So I'm going to mix this up. Maybe add a little bit more of the spices, salt and pepper if you like. I tend not to add that when I'm cooking. I'd like to use other spices. And I'm going to let this heat up, and then we'll have some lunch. Added a little bit of the Canadian style chicken seasoning to it, and now I'm going to cover it. There, so that should cook up pretty quickly. Then we can have some lunch and be on the road. But the parking lot's pretty quiet. I had the carriage boy come and get some carriages and look at me kind of strangely, but that's alright. He said hello. He was very nice. I'm sure they've seen all sorts of things here in the Walmart parking lot. Me cooking is probably not one of the most unusual things they've ever seen. And Lily's been watching with me. Yeah, you have. Yeah. Yes, you have. So, alright, let's see how this is looking. Starting to bubble. That's what I want. I want it heated through. You can use any kind of vegetable. Like I said, if I had my way, I would actually have cooked potatoes in my Instant Pot with some carrots and then added it in there. But I'm doing a shortcut today. And you can do any kind of shortcut you want. Add anything you like to it. This is your basic recipe. And you can add rice to it if you wanted, if you had cooked rice, spaghetti sauce. It's all about being easy. I'm going to check my solar, because like I said, the skillet draws a lot more than I like, but it's handy, and I do like to use it. Alright, so it's pulling, it's showing me I'm at 60%, and it's flashing, and I'm bringing in some power, so I'm okay with that. So, I'm going to be shutting it off soon, because it's almost heated through. It's boiling up nicely. I'm going to actually shut it off, and it will stay warm. And I'm going to go get some plates. Alright, so Lily's in. I'm going to serve this up, and we're going to have some lunch, and we'll probably just sit in the front of the van and watch our neighbors. So let's do that. There you have it. Lunch is served. I'm going to go eat some lunch. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and if you like it, please hit like, and if you really like it, please hit subscribe. And I plan on doing a lot more cooking. We've got a lot more roads to see and travel, and have a great day, everybody.
Leave the donkeys alone.
So we're on Route 66, almost into Oatman, and there's donkeys. There's the donkeys. No donkey. No donkey.
No. Let us drive first.
No donkey. No. Let it go by. Oh, no.